Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I have been gone for a few months. Per usual, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't. I'm gonna get better. And I always say that. I'm always like, I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna be more consistent. But 2023, you've heard it here first. I'm going to do way better with my content. I just have that push now, I feel. And of course, it's the beginning of the year where everybody feels hella motivated about things, but I just want to take my content creation a little bit more seriously this year. This is why you see me in just a t-shirt and a hat on, because a lot of the times I would make excuses like, I don't look good enough for a video today, or I need to do my makeup, I need to do my hair, and I need to do all of this stuff before I can do a video. But I was not going to make that excuse today, so I came on looking like this. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what I look like. It is about the content that I am pushing out to you all. So I hope you enjoy this video regardless of what I'm looking like right now, because does that even really matter? No. So where have I been? The last video I did was on why I quit my PRN job, and after that I filmed a video with my friend and we were going to post that as well, but I was taking forever to edit that video. Right around the time I was actually about to edit the video, I lost somebody very close to me, one of my really good friends, unfortunately and unexpectedly passed away. And after that happened, I just lost all motivation to do anything. That situation really sent me into a downward spiral, honestly. I can walk around and act like everything is normal, but deep down, not even deep down, I was not in a space where I wanted to do anything. I didn't want to do YouTube. I didn't want to go work out. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to eat healthy. I really just didn't want to. I didn't want to do anything. Life came crashing down really, really hard, and that's just kind of where I was. It just kind of was hard for me to figure out how I'm supposed to move on in life, knowing something this tragic happened. I have to continue living like this, and something like this happened to somebody so innocent, somebody that did not deserve that. And that's the first time I've ever really lost a friend and somebody that I talk to on a regular basis. And dealing with that has been very difficult. I just need to get to the point where I continue doing the things that I love to do, and that's gonna help me understand how to move forward in life. Not move past it, but just move forward. And of course, I feel like that's something that he would want. So I am working on getting better with that. I also have another surprise. Right before everything happened with my friend, I got a puppy. So I'm going to introduce you all to Winston Jerome. This is Winston. He doesn't like to cuddle. Why do you want to get down? This is Winston Jerome, everyone. I got him October 15th, and he has been an amazing little companion these past few, okay. Well, he was, and now he's getting on my nerves. Get down. I also wanted to say thank you again for helping me reach 1K followers. I know that may not be a lot for a lot of people, but for me, it means a lot. I am very grateful for 1K. And Winston, stop it. My goal is to get 10K. I got 1K, my goal is to get 10K by the end of the year, or even more, but I'm trying to get to at least 10K followers by the end of the year. How you can help me achieve that goal is to like this video, comment on the video, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also share these videos with your friends. So this video is titled Things I Wish I Learned in OT School. I am now 1 year and 2 months, I think. No, 1 year and 3 months into my career as an occupational therapist. And there are some things that I wish I would have been told or warned about or learned in occupational therapy school that I feel like would have been very beneficial to me in my career. And I wanted to share those gems with you to see if you all agree with me, or just, see how you feel about it. I feel like in occupational therapy school, you pretty much do an overview of an array of subjects and topics. And sometimes you may not be able to go in depth about certain subjects because OT school is kind of like a summary of the many different things that you could deal with in your career, many different settings that you could come across in your career. I wish that there are some things that I would have learned and would have gone a little bit more in depth about in school that would have prepared me a little bit better for the actual field. The first thing on my list would be the different occupational therapy certifications and specialties that you can acquire to make yourself a little bit more marketable and more knowledgeable in certain areas. When you pass your NBCOT exam, you become an occupational therapist and you are able to work in really any setting that you want to. There are a lot of certifications that you can acquire as an occupational therapist that are like besides your initial certification. For example, like there's an autism certification, like a pediatric certification. You have, of course, a CHT, becoming a certified hand therapist, but that's kind of not even what I'm talking about. There are different certifications, and there are a lot of them that can kind of help you become more knowledgeable in specific areas that can help in your practice. Well, different certifications would include like a dry needling certification, an autism certification or a pediatric certification, NDT certification, a manual hand therapy certification that has an abbreviation, but I don't even know right now, dry needling certification. And all these certifications are just to help you become a better equipped therapist. In order to, be able to treat your patients even better, you learn all these different techniques that are specific for whatever niche that you want to go into, or your niche in your practice. There are different certifications that you can acquire to be an even better therapist because you have gained knowledge in different areas. If that makes sense. I know I'm kind of rambling. Lymphedema is another type of certification. So it just kind of helps you grow as a therapist, but also makes you a little bit more marketable when you are trying to find jobs. Like, hey, I have this type of certification. Like, yeah, I'm an OT, but I'm certified in manual therapy. I have a dry needling certification. I can dry needle my patients. Or like, I work in pediatrics, but I actually have an autism certification. So after 2 years of practicing in pediatrics, you're able to obtain the certification and you learn way more about the prognosis of autism and just different ways to treat children or adults with autism. Getting certifications is something that is very important that I feel like a lot of therapists need to do, and I will link a list below of different certifications that you can check out. And I'm gonna actually do a whole video on different certifications that you can acquire as an occupational therapist. Another area that I wish we would have learned about in OT school that we kind of learned about but didn't really go in depth about are the different avenues and areas that you can go into as an occupational therapist. I did a video, one of the last videos I did talked about the different areas that you can work in as an occupational therapist. But there are also different things that you can do besides like working. Like, you can be an educator, you can be a teacher, you can be a consultant, you can do all these different things that, most people don't even think about as an occupational therapist, or even about working a full-time job and having a PRN on the side, or contract work. Those are things that I had to learn coming out of school, which really isn't like a huge thing. Like, it wasn't really that hard to learn. You can really expand and do so many different things. The next thing I wish we would have learned about in school a little bit more is the importance of continuing education. I feel like we may have touched on continuing education a little bit in school just because of the requirements that you have to obtain your license. But I wish we would have gone more in depth about the importance and how much continuing education that you should do once you're in the field. Because you think you graduate and, oh yeah, I'm graduated, I passed my awards, all that stuff like that. I am an OT, I know what to do. There is so much you have to learn as an entry-level therapist for you to be a great therapist. School ain't got nothing on all the stuff that you need to know when you get in the field. And the only way you're gonna know that is if you do continuing education courses on everything in your specific setting. Especially if you're like me and your first job has no mentor, you have nobody to look at to get ideas from or to learn the correct way to do things. People need to understand the importance of becoming more knowledgeable and more competent in your field. And we're only required, I think, 24 hours every three years of CEU, so 24 hours of coursework, I guess. That ain't even enough. Because you don't want to be a therapist out here just doing a bare minimum for your patients. Like, you don't want to do that. So this is not something I wish I would have learned, but this is something that I wish programs offered, and that is a specific track for whatever area you decide you want to go into. I know for the doctoral program, you can do at like UAB, you can do a track like low vision track, managerial track, or something like that. Like there are different tracks depending on where you want to specialize in. And I feel like in school, like peds, you got a little peds class here, you got a little class about hands here, but you don't really go in depth about each area. And I really wish that there were tracks. Like if you want to go into hands and upper extremity, like you can do that track. If you want to go into neuro, you can do that track. If you want to go into pediatrics, you can do that track, just so you can learn way more knowledge about those specific areas than just, you know, a summary of everything. Another little course or something that I wish we could have had in school, or something I wish we would have gone over, was, you know, understanding your worth and what to expect as far as salary once getting into the field. I only went off of what other therapists said, like you should be making this, this, and this, but I wish we would have gone over that in school. Like, you know, what is my worth? What is my value as an occupational therapist, and what should I be expecting to make? It would have been nice to go over, like, you know, how to advocate for your pay, you know, how to advocate for your pay, how to, you know, negotiate contracts, and what to expect as a therapist. Like your entry level, you should be expecting to make this, this, and this. And if they try to lowball you, then here's how to negotiate, just to understand, you know, that realm of things, if that makes sense. Those are all the things that I really have for this video. Occupational therapy school, kind of like a summary of everything that you're going to see in the field. You're not really going to go in depth when it comes to specialty settings like pediatrics or hands, or, you know, things like that. You're still gonna get, you know, the basic knowledge. Well, that's not terrible, but I just wish that some things could have been a little different. Let me know if you all feel the same way. If you are occupational therapists and you feel like there are some things that you wish you would have learned in school that I did not address in this video, comment below and tell me, because I will probably agree with you. I do thank you all so much for continuing to support me, and I just really hope that 2023 is an amazing year for not only myself but for you all watching this video. Let me know what other videos you want to see. I always am open to new ideas. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below with any questions or concerns. I hope you all have a great week, and I hope to see you guys next week, because I'm trying to pop videos out every week now. So I will see you on my next video. Bye now. See you later.